And another episode of NBA 2K12. On the last Thursday, the Clippers defeat the Suns and go down to the wire in Phoenix, Arizona. The Clippers won by 3 in a close game. So now, coming up next, we'll have a part of a doubleheader for you. Heads to Quicken Loans Arena, and then the second game goes to FedEx Forum as one of the most interesting in the Eastern Conference matchup features the return of LeBron James in Cleveland, Ohio, as the Miami Heat take on the Cleveland Cavaliers. What will be the interesting two of the most exciting most franchise? These two teams never met in the playoffs in so far, and that was during Dwayne Wade but LeBron James so close to the playoff meeting. See, that was the closest 4 times this series. That was 4 times. The 2006 playoffs, the Heat beat the Nets in 5, and the Cavaliers lose to Pistons in 7 in the semifinals. 2009, the Cavaliers swept the Pistons in 4, and the Heat got lost in 7 against the Hawks in the first round. 2010, Cavaliers beat the Bulls in 5, and the Heat fell to Celtics in 5 in the first round. And finally, the 2016, Cavaliers swept Hawks in 4, and the Heat lost to Raptors in 7 in the semifinals. That almost never met in the playoffs between Dwayne Wade and LeBron since LeBron James returns to Cleveland in the second time in 2014. So what will be interesting matchup between those two in real life in 2010 is gonna become a Cleveland nightmare. So for this game, both teams gonna have to use regular shorts for now. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. We'll be right back after this. Enjoy the video here in Quicken Loans Arena at the Q. Sending over to Kevin Harlan. But wait, let's check out the ABA. Yeah, let's do it. So without further ado, is sending over to Kevin Harlan at the Q. Enjoy!
Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports. Saturday in the NBA. It's Chris Bosh and the Miami Heat going up against Antoine Jamison and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And that wraps up things here in the studio. I'll see you again for the HP Halftime Report. Now, here's Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K broadcasting crew.
Greetings from Cleveland, everyone. The Cavaliers have an Eastern Conference contest on their hands as they play this one at Quicken Loans Arena. Bringing you the NBA here on 2K Sports with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan. Welcome, everyone. So here's Miami's starting group. Chalmers and Wade are the 1 and the 2. Chris Bosh and Udonis Haslem down low. And it's LeBron in at the 3 spot. And for Cleveland, Jamison and Varejao in the middle. Then there's Ramon Sessions. Then there's Caspi. And it's Irving at the 1.
We knew the big three when they came together, guys, that they would be good. But they did a pretty decent job, I thought, of finding complementary players to fill out the roster after a big chunk of the salaries went to the big three.
It'll be the Heat off the tip. Chalmers dishes to Wade. He's covered by Sessions. The kick out to LeBron. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. LeBron's now got himself on the board with 3 there. Well, back to the Heat, and Clark, you're right. They searched out vets that knew how to fill it and need and really build a team around the stars.
Well, and that's critical because anytime you have the core group together, it's about finding role players who are going to accept their responsibilities on the team and accept the fact that sometimes they're not going to see the minutes that they would otherwise like. But they handled it well. They got a good roster around their stars, and it paid off. And Jamison was having an up-and-down year with Cleveland before his season was cut short by that finger injury. Still a big scorer and the ability to put up big numbers on any given night, but it was such a difficult season for the Cavaliers, and I think mentally that was tough for Jamison to deal with.
Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
Guys, he anticipates they'll be able to take advantage of the perimeter defense they're facing today and convert a lot of easy chances and uncontested looks from the outside. We'll see if they can knock him down, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
I definitely can appreciate their approach with the three ball.
Going back to Antoine, you aren't used to seeing numbers like that from him.
Yeah, it was a difficult year for him, but he'll bounce back, Kevin. He's a high-character guy. I think he's still got some pretty good years left in front of him as a scorer.
And the basket by Wade.
Boy, he's a great option from long range on the fast break if you give him that much room.
Tries it from the top of the key, and that one's good. So it's Miami. Bergeau is going to be hit with the blocking call. That is his first foul of the game.
That's the right call there. He tried to take the charge, but did not have position. No, he didn't, Steve. He was out of position and a clear block.
Now here's LeBron. He has 5. And Dwayne Wade with another 3. Wade's got 6 points.
And they're on fire. They've made 4 straight shots to get this thing going.
The dish to Jamison. All alone. The shot's good. Sessions making him pay.
Kevin, his scoring ability is valuable, really valuable. I mean, he's a guy you can rely on to knock down shots.
Now Wade. 6 points for him. And there's Mario Chalmers on the assist by Wade. Chalmers has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Sessions. Fires from deep. That's good.
I'll tell you what, we'll be quite content to sit out there beyond the arc and knock down shot after shot if they're going to play defense like that. Tighten it up out there.
And here's LeBron. That's the free fly. And it's Chalmers that time on the assist by LeBron. Chalmers has got 6.
That's 9 straight points coming off 3 3-pointers. The defense just getting shelled. Steve, the threes are killing him. I think they've got to find a way to chase him off the three-point line. Wherever he's been, Byron Scott has had success. I mean, he took the Nets to back-to-back NBA Finals appearances and helped the Hornets get back on track as well. His winning track record was just what Cleveland wanted when they brought him in to be their head coach.
James. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. 7 points for LeBron. Wade against Sessions. Irving. That falls. Great assist by Ramon Sessions. Sessions got 3 assists in the game. Even though they had a rough year, Byron Scott, Steve, knows how to get a team turned around.
And when the Cavs lost LeBron James last year, they knew it was going to be tough. So Byron came in, did a nice job of establishing a program, establishing a style, and really keeping things moving forward as the season went along. It was a tough season for everybody, but I thought Byron Scott did a nice job kind of keeping them afloat.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Parker comes in for Sessions, and Daniel Gibson subbed in for Irving. The Heat also changing it up. Ilgauskas comes in for Udonis Haslem, and Mike Bibby is subbed in for Mario Chalmers. Gibson up top. Bibby covering. 3 for Cosby. Gets it to go.
It has been all offense here early. It sure has been. I mean, both teams clicking. It's been an entertaining game as well, guys. Just a disastrous season a year ago for the Cavaliers, losing LeBron James and then, of course, plummeting in the standings. And they really struggled at home, too. Just 12 wins total at Quicken Loans Arena.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Back to the Cavs, Steve. Not exactly how they wanted to start off their new era without LeBron.
No question about it, Kevin. I mean, they got pummeled at home. That's never any fun. And even teams that know they aren't full of talent need to step up and at least play better at home. And it wasn't the case. And, Bergeau being hurt really impacted that home record. Now, he wouldn't have made a significant difference, but he would have made a difference if he was healthy.
You know who the Cavs played well against last year was the New York Knicks.
Well, there's always a team that
Sure.
a poor team plays well against. For some reason, the matchups are favorable, and they've got that team's number.
The Heat leading by 3. LeBron outside. Inside to Bosh. Covered by Parker. Shoots. And it's Bosh. That time on the assist by LeBron.
Just zipping the ball around the perimeter. Good advantage for them in terms of points off assists. Well, they say coaches always talk about how defenses can't keep up with the fast-moving ball. And attacking with the pass makes it much harder to defend.
Gets it to go.
That's not a defensive matchup that's going to work out too often. I mean, it's hard to give up that much shot. He did what he could to try to handle that pass, but that was too hard to handle.
Outside Bosh. Pulls up. What an amazing buzzer beater. For
You want to talk about cool? How about cool, calm customer? And I'll tell you what, a split second later, guys, and it's a totally different result here. What a shot.
the scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Heat lead by 5.
How about the three-point shooting? The scoring has really come in bunches from long range. Yeah, it seems like every time down the floor they're knocking down the triple.
It's more NBA coming your way. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway.
Well, last year in the playoffs, LeBron was up to his usual tricks. He felt good about not having to carry the same load as he always had to, though, and that relieved him a bit and made him better in my mind.
So with Bosh on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra is on the floor. Mike Miller is out there with his. Then there's Chalmers. Then there's House. And it's Dampier in at the center filling out the middle. Back to LeBron. You know, Clark, he didn't have to carry the load like he did up in Cleveland, but he still had some big-time shots for the Heat and Steve, not necessarily from the regular season, but really in the postseason. That's where he stepped up big time.
Yeah, particularly in the first 3 rounds. In the finals, remember, he kind of took a step backwards, but in that Chicago series, he made some enormous shots in that series. He was so good offensively. Then all of a sudden against Dallas, it was like he lost his confidence. So he's still a little bit of a work in progress in terms of putting it all together.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, last season, Mike Bibby was traded to the Wizards. Many players and agents were shocked when he agreed to waive the final year of his contract at over $6 million to become a free agent and sign with the Heat. Bibby said, "I make money. I decide what I do with it. It doesn't matter what anyone thinks of it. My financial stuff is my business. I've won and lost in my career, and I'm at a stage where I want to be happy." Guys, you can't argue with that.
You're right about that. Thanks, Doris.
And in Miami, Bibby came very close to winning that first ring, although he struggled in the finals. Hopefully he'll get another shot at it.
So it's Miami following the score by Cleveland and the basket by Chalmers.
And one of the factors in Cleveland's difficult season a year ago was losing Anderson Varejao to injury. He's their major defensive force inside, and without him, they have no shot blocking presence. Look at that dime, on time and on target.
Pass it to House. Broke loose. It's stolen by Sessions. And it's all evened up. Sessions got 10 points in the game.
You have to have such a great feel for the ball to get a finger like that to go.
Back to the Cavs, Steve, and Clark, you know, they should be better in that shot blocking category, I would think, you know, Clark, this season.
Yeah, again, a lot depends on Varejao. That wasn't their backbone, though, as a team. I mean, defense last year, Cleveland really didn't offer a lot of resistance, and I'm sure Byron Scott and his staff will look to correct that.
Gets it to go.
And a three the other way. Back and forth we go, neither side giving an inch.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Well, I tell you what, the Heat breezed through round one of the playoffs, knocking off the Sixers in 5 games, but their true test, as everyone knew, would be against the Celtics in round 2. They came out strong early in that series and got it done.
For the Cavaliers, Hollins is checked in, and Anthony Parker is subbed in for Sessions. Then for the Heat, Chris Bosh is checked in for Eric Dampier. LeBron comes in for Mike Miller, and Dwayne Wade subbed in for Eddie House. Back to the Heat, they said after that Celtics win that beating them was a big driving force to forming the Big Three from the very beginning.
That's right. Because none of them individually could beat Boston. They came together. They finally got past the Celtics. They beat Chicago, got into the finals. But, of course, they didn't end up with what they finally wanted, which was that championship ring. So that's what they're shooting for this year. Well, you knew Miami would be a new big power in the East with the big three in tow. They didn't disappoint, blowing right by their conference win total from the prior season.
He hits both from the stripe. Yeah, Clark, what you were saying before, the Heat before LeBron and Bosh won 32 games in all, but with them on board, they won 38 games. Steve, very nice number.
Yeah, and that 38 was only bested by those 39 Eastern Conference wins. So Miami really handled its business well last year.
Oh, my God.
It's the first time since having Shaq in Miami where Wade didn't really have to carry the load all by himself. I know he feels good about that, but he still managed to contribute when he needs to.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Oh, my God.
Going back to Martin Wade, as you were talking about him, it must have been nice for him to not have to score 30 points a game to give the Heat a chance to win in the playoffs for once. And Steve, we saw that all the way right through the finals.
Well, it was huge for him to be able to share that scoring load with LeBron. Of course, LeBron had suffered offensively in that final series against Dallas, but for the most part, Wade and LeBron just a terrific 1-2 punch all season long. And they are poised to make another run to the finals this year.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, as you know, the Cavs made history for all the wrong reasons last year. It's something they hope to learn from and build off of for the future. As Antoine Jameson said, we're in the record books. We all know that. Something we don't want to be a part of. But you can't go back and turn back the hands of time. Sounds like they're trying to turn the page and move to a new history, guys.
Which is always, Doris. He's trying to put that streak behind him.
You know, that's the attitude you've got to take. I mean, you can't dwell on the past. And keep moving on.
Dwayne Wade. Plays so hard and he's so athletic. He ends up in midair half the time getting knocked down. So he's always going to miss a handful of games with injury, but just an amazing talent and a great force offensively.
Ilgauskas is checked in for the Heat. Bibby comes in for Mario Chalmers. And he completes the three-point play.
Oh, my God.
What you said about Wade, that injury risk will always be there, the way he's constantly attacking the rim.
Well, you don't want to take away that aggressiveness, and you just hope that he doesn't get too many injuries, but also that he maintains his body at a really high level during the season and during the offseason so he can withstand his attacking type style.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. For 3, and that is good. He's got 6.
That's 4 of their last 5 coming from long range. This offense is cooking.
Yeah, it's rolling, really rolling. And defensively, they kept collapsing, Steve, and leaving them open. So now they're in trouble. They're in a real dilemma now.
Defense gave him more than enough space right there.
They play the clock right, Steve. They can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, just have to time it right. Make sure you work the clock correctly. You get 2 possessions out of this.
Wade outside, discovered by Sessions. Wade against Sessions, and the basket by Wade.
Look at their scoring. Mid-range jumpers account for 6 of their last 10 points.
Well, defensively, they're doing a nice job of keeping them out of the paint, but you got to give them credit. They're knocking down shots.
Now, here is Wizard. 10 points for him. That's the bucket. Here's Bibby. Backing Driving down is LeBron with one on the clock, and he drains it.
Ooh-wee, Kevin. That was a big... shot to extend their lead. Send them into halftime with momentum.
And that concludes the first half. And we'll be back momentarily live from Cleveland.
And now let's break down the first half. Here are the HP halftime report. The Heat taking care of business. And from outside, you couldn't shoot it much better than this. They are scorching hot from beyond the arc. Through 2 quarters, LeBron in complete control. Seems like everything's falling for him. Not sure if he even knows how to miss. And for the Cavaliers, it's been all hustle. Tremendous production off the pine for them. The bench providing a big boost. Ramon Sessions coming up big. We're at halftime and still he hasn't missed a shot. It's been a pure shooting exhibition. And a couple of guys here came to play for their respective teams. We'll try and both keep it going in the third. And that's going to do it. Let's get you back to the game in Cleveland. The third quarter is coming right up.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
Yep, I think it's pretty clear the higher you get, the harder the fall is to the bottom, and the Cavs found that out last year as they tried to rebuild, and it was as unpleasant as the season could be.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for Cleveland. Jamison Verja in the middle. Then there's Caspi. Then there's Ramon Sessions. And it's Irving at the point. Top to bottom, no pun intended, it was horrible for the Cavs. First time the team goes from best record to the worst record in a year. Steve, that was a dubious distinction.
Well, we all know why it happened. I mean, it's based on one man, LeBron James. So talented, such a great player. Once he was gone, basically the entire foundation fell apart for Cleveland. So we'll see what happens as they attempt to rebuild without their star.
Here's Wade. 19 points in the game. Recovered out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's Wade. It's a 3-point game. 6 to shoot. Launches it. And it's Chalmers that time on the assist by Wade. Wade's got 6 assists now in the game.
A lot of the points they've given up have come on open threes like that one. And that has to be disconcerting and frustrating to their coach.
Oh, they should know better. I mean, they read the scouting report. You can't leave these guys wide open on the perimeter.
Manny Harris is checked in for Sessions. Here's Irving. 12 points for him. Here's Verja. And he makes good on the way. Verja's got 8 points.
Been a little too easy for them inside, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think so, Steve. I mean, they've really dictated the action in the paint. That's been their focus, and the defense hasn't mounted much resistance at all.
Haslam, that's good.
Kevin, it's really hard to deny this guy the offensive board if he's got even the slightest position inside. He'll take advantage of any little slipper you give him.
Irving kicks to Harris. And the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on LeBron James.
Well, last season was such a tough campaign for the Cavs, and the biggest blow was losing Anderson Verja to the ankle injury. And when he missed most of the season, it really spelled doom for Cleveland.
Here's Harris, and they call a goaltender. They'll give him the buzzer.
This is a fantastic run to start this second half.
The Heat with the lead. And here's LeBron outside, and the Heat another 3.
They're in a groove now. These 3-pointers just falling at will here in the second half.
Yeah, I think the defense has got major headaches because
Let's see that again on the Sprite Slam Cam.
how's that for finish? with flavor.
Absolutely fantastic.
I think he was saving that one for a special occasion.
Now, here is Irvin. Defended by Chalmers. Crispy for three, and that one's good. 11 points in the game.
Good team play there. You move the ball until you find the right shot to the right person.
They're a well-oiled machine, Steve. I mean, working extremely well as a cohesive unit. Every pass delivered on time and on target. A lot of ball movement and player movement. It's a thing of beauty. I got it! I got it!
Harris against LeBron. Clock at 6. Wade. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
Quite the interesting season for Chris Bosh last year. I mean, obviously more team success than he really enjoyed in Toronto, but individually, his numbers dropped a bit. I don't think it bothered him, though. He wanted to win.
Well, talking about Bosch's numbers from last season, Steve, his rebounding and his field goal percentage did drop off from the year before.
And his shooting percentages last year were really in line or even above his career numbers. So I thought Bosh had a good season. It just took him some time to kind of adjust to playing with his new team and a new style. But ultimately, Bosh made a big impact down there.
Wade with it. 20 points for him. The tray. And there's Mario Chalmers on the assist by Wade. Chalmers has got 17 now.
You can't fault what he's been doing out there. Some really impressive shooting.
Gibson passes to Caspi. One shot. Again, the Cavaliers score.
Well, you've got to get the ball out of his hands, bring an extra defender, and force somebody else to beat you.
I agree with you. Make him give it up.
And here is Chalmers. He's got 17. That's good from Wade on the assist by Chalmers. Chalmers has got his 5th assist in this one. Verajav's shot is good. He's got 13.
And we have seen the intensity pick up big time here in the second half.
Well, you can feel the desire from both teams that they really want to win this one.
Sessions against Chalmers. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
Well, they've done a lot of their damage from mid-range here, guys. I mean, knocking down those shots with regularity.
Yeah, how about 8 of their last 10 points, guys, coming off that mid-range area jump shot. So it shows you don't have to be at the rim to score.
And, you know, despite the number of turnovers, Kevin, they've still got the lead here.
Well, eventually, guys, you know those mistakes will come back and haunt you, so they've got to do a better job of taking care of the basketball. Another turnover, another bucket.
And, you know, Steve, turnovers can really be game changers. I mean, they sap your team and then give the other team life. So it's a double-edged sword.
Gets it to go. Chalmers has got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Gibson and Cleveland again with the bucket. Now, here's Chalmers. And beat the buzzer, but it's no good. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
Well, you might want to draw up a couple plays for him because he's been great from the outside.
Yeah, you know what, Steve? It's like there's nobody else in the gym the way he's shooting. I mean, sometimes you get in that zone from deep, and I'm sure you've known about it and done it in your past, but he's in that Steve Kerr zone.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. Sideline reporter Doris Burke has a report for our Sprite Spark of the game. Doris?
Well, Kevin, for that great stretch the Heat just put together, they get the Sprite Spark Award. It was lockdown defense in the second quarter that allowed them to build this lead they now enjoy. Another quarter with that kind of defensive intensity will be more than enough to close this game out, Kevin.
Thank Thank you, Doris. Everything really clicked for them, Clark, during that run.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, it ignited them offensively.
To the point, Bud, where they were really in complete control at that end of the field.
So with Wade on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. LeBron and Bosch are the 3 and the 4. Mike Bibby out there with Mike Miller, and it's Ilgauskas in at 7. Stolen by Bibby.
Great defensive work right there. The quick hands lead.
Wow! Great lob, great catch, perfect execution on the out.
And not just with any old finish either. The big stuff.
Yeah, little something for everybody, Kevin.
Right at the free throw line. And Antoine Jameson, the bucket on the assist by Sessions. Sessions got his 5th assist in this one. Shot from the wing. LeBron James again. LeBron's now got 4 this quarter. The Cavaliers trail by 3. 18 feet away, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
Tell you what, it has been all offense all game long.
You know what? This is really fun to watch, guys. I mean, as a coach, though, this is when you want to just raise this energy and bottle it up and ride it all the way.
And you got to love what he's been able to do with the ball in his hands in this game.
Sessions against Miller. Now Sessions. Jameson with a screen on Miller. 5 on the clock. Sessions dishes to Ianga. Over Bibby. And again, it's Cleveland.
So he's always been like a bad window washer, a streaky shooter. I mean, he's definitely in one of those grooves right now.
Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin and Steve. I mean, everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
That makes it so much tougher to defend, too. You have to account for all 5 offensive players, and the ball just moves so quickly. Tough to defend that.
Bibby against Gibson. Here's Ianga. He kicks it to Hollins. With the fadeaway. Gets it to go.
That's 10 straight points on mid-range jump shots.
You know, to paraphrase a Bible verse that says, love covers over a multitude of sins, good shooting does the same thing in basketball.
Several teams changing it up here. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
Harris gets to Irving from outside the arc. Another 3 for Cleveland.
He's such a clutch shooter, Kevin. He just lives for the big shot.
From deep LeBron. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Couldn't get that 3-pointer to fall. Trying to respond.
Irving. LeBron knocks it away. The Heat with the lead. Wade with it. LeBron outside. The three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're losing by 4. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Casper, he's checked in for Cleveland. Sessions comes in for Manny Harris. And the Heat making a change here as well. Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for Mike Bibby. Here's Irving. Wade is fouled. The pass to Sessions. And here's Verajao. The second chance effort. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Take a look at what Verajao has been doing. He's got 13 points and 1 rebound. You talk about being on? He's been hit. Not even 1 missed shot so far.
Yeah, this is superhuman stuff we're seeing right now. Jump shots haven't been falling, and the free throw attempts have dried up as well.
Yeah, that's something that gave him a boost early, Steve, but now everything's coming from outside.
And it's Chalmers that time on the assist by LeBron. Chalmers has got 22.
Another open look, hits bottom from outside.
Yeah, and that's 3 of their last 5 makes from beyond the arc.
Beyond the arc. And Antoine Jameson directly the assist by Sessions. That's 12 points for Jameson. It's tipped. It's stolen by Sessions.
Well, it's too bad after such an efficient first half. He's starting to turn the ball over here in the second.
And stolen by Chalmers.
Now you wonder why his team's losing. He keeps giving the ball away time after time.
Sessions up top. Covered by LeBron. To tie it up. To tie it up. And it's Irving missing.
Shooting-wise, he's having a tough quarter. I mean, he just seems to have gone cold. Can't find the basket.
Boss the screen. Wade from outside. Connects from downtown.
Tell you what, he's draining the 3 ball at will, guys.
Yeah, he is, and they've got to find a way to get out there on it.
Irving. It's in! What a beautiful shot for Brandon within 3.
You can't give him any space out there.
Here's LeBron. Absolutely critical chance right here.
Yeah, they need this one to go their way, Kevin.
6-second difference between the shot and game ball. That ties it up.
What a shot there.
Really, a definition of quick.
Wade with it. For 3. And they'll hit another 3.
Watch out, D-Wade is caught fire.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're behind by 3. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, they've got 2 options here. They can go for the 3 on the tie or the quick 2 on the foul.
I like the idea of going for the quick 2. Take it to the rim, and that wouldn't be a bad way to approach this situation.
Here's Wade. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Well, not much of a choice there. They pretty much had to foul.
Yeah, that's the only option they had to try to get the ball back to even this thing up.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
I know you have to foul, but you don't want to hit a good foul shooter.
Yeah, you'd much rather have somebody else get to him than this guy. He's an excellent free throw shooter.
Gets them both. It's a 5-point ball game.
That'll do it, Kevin. Those last free throws were the icing on the cake.
On the top of the key, that's blocked. And he commits the intentional foul. It's the first. That increases their lead to 6. 2 for 2, and it's a 7-point ball game. Here's Irving. Off the run. And so it's Miami winning this one. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Well said. Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
So that'll do it for now. So the first game belongs to Miami Heat, close game by 5 over the Cleveland Cavaliers, 111 and 106. And coming up next, second game we're heading to Memphis, Tennessee, as Kevin Durant of the Oklahoma City Thunder take on Rudy Gay in the Memphis Grizzlies. Would be the two Western Conference. This was the last season's 2011 Western Conference semifinals between those two. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin as the Heat beat the Cavaliers, winning by 5, 111 to 106. LeBron James got 37 points and Dwayne Wade got 34. So this is Andre Kenshin. Reminder, we're heading to the second game of the night, features Thunder and Grizzlies. And once again, this is Andre Kenshin, say solo after Q. We'll see you later for the second game between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Memphis Grizzlies. Sign up and peace out. The start off for our first upload of the month in 2025 for the March. Sign up and peace out. Goodbye.